talked a lot about how to purchase and plant trees and shrubs, and one of the ways you can do that is buy something bare root. I love to buy trees locally. Sometimes, however, buying something online bare root is really the only way to get something unusual. Another advantage you have over bare root is that it's very light and the ball might be smaller, so you might be able to dig a smaller hole. And you do have to understand with bare root plant material that it's a really short season. So you buy it from a reputable nursery. They actually pack it properly. These bare root plants came really packed well. They were in moss, they were moist, they were wrapped. They didn't sit in shipping or sit on a truck for a long period of time. They came protected in a box with absolutely no damage. So the process then begins with taking them out of all of that packing, and then you have to soak the roots. This is a really critical step with bare root material because it's dormant. So you soak it in water no more than 24 hours. And if you think about that, the roots of most plants, unless they are ones that really love to live in the wetland or they can stand standing water, they are really going to be deteriorating if you leave them in that bucket too long. So these have actually been sitting a little bit over 18 hours, so that window is 12 to 24 hours. You pull them out, you take a look at what you've got to deal with. You inspect any bare root plant as you always would, even with one that you buy that's in a container or balled and burlapped, to see if anything is broken, anything is damaged. This is a good root system. There's one little cracked root in here that I'm probably going to prune off. You've got a lot of roots here below the graft union. And since this is a grafted tree, one of the things you also have to look at is where is that union so you place it right. Ideally, you're going to plant bare root material on a nice, cool, cloudy day. You're going to dig that hole first, especially if it isn't cloudy and cool, so that these roots are not exposed to the air or the wind for too long. You dig the hole as wide as the root system. You dig it, in this case, as deep as the root system or slightly less deep. And then you want to make sure there's sort of a little cone of soil underneath it, because one of the things that you have to do is fill those voids with soil once you plant. You put that plant in the ground, you make sure it's as level as you want it, unless you really want something that's crooked. You then create that small little shallow saucer around it. The saucer, of course, is to be able to hold the water. We never tamp with our boots or our shoes. We water tamp gently as we are planting to be able to fill that hole with the soil. In this case, this probably is not going to have to be staked to keep it, the wind from moving it, because this is a protected location. You may have to stake if it's a little bit larger. You will want to make sure that you watch the watering. It's easy to either forget it and it gets too dry, or give these trees and shrubs too much water early in the season. Then you just stand back, enjoy, watch it break dormancy. Think about perhaps next year you want to do the same thing again. Order some bare root material to go right along with all of those local things that you buy in the garden center.
Who was the guy who sold bare root?